Yo! Genshin Impact! Geht weiter. So, lass mich nur kurz ein paar Einstellungen machen. Wir wollen ja den Leuten in Discord auch Bescheid geben. Und das Ganze in die Playlist packen. Genshin. Hoppala. Genshin. Smiley. Zack. Wunderbar. Ey, Noro und Denix. Ey, na, was geht ihr beiden? Wie geht's, wie steht? Oh, ey, was geht ab? Hier, Denix, wie du siehst, ist hier meine UID. Ich schick sie mal rein. Du wolltest ja Bescheid wissen. Yo. Ich sehe die. Okay, dieses Feature mit diesem komischen Herz und diesen Emoji, den man anklicken kann, das ist schon ganz lustig. Es ist komisch, aber es ist ganz lustig. Ey, Hubibi. Gedabras, Gedabras, Gelabra, sage ich da. Und mal kurz das hier aufmachen. Genau. Ui. Ein Xingqiu bekommen. Ah ja, ergibt Sinn, ergibt Sinn. Glückwunsch. Wird auch Zeit. Ist so ein guter Charakter. Aua. Hey. Im Standard-Banner? Oh lol. Auch gut, hey. Noch viel besser. Den Standard-Banner gemeistert. Jetzt weißt du, wie du die Charaktere bekommst, die du haben willst, ja. Finde ich gut, finde ich gut. Oh, nice. Gut gelandet, ist gut, hihi. Mit Wuffler kuscheln. Wuffler kuscheln. Haben die einen Hund? Schon 52 oder 53? Schön am Leveln. Schön hochleveln, der. Das Schöne ist, Xingqiu kann man. Der ist schon. Man muss nicht mal ihm super krasse Sachen geben. Und der ist dann schon sehr nützlich. Aber man kann ihm trotzdem gut Ausrüstung geben. Dann haut er auch richtig viel Damage rein. Also so oder so nützlich und er kann auch selber noch viel Damage reinhauen. Ich gehe mal davon aus, du hast eh ein Opferschwert. Wenn nicht, ist doof, aber wäre cool. Opferschwert für ihn wäre super nice. Ja gut, halt Emblem. Nee. Wobei, man muss ihm nicht Emblem geben, man kann ihm auch so altes Hochritual geben. Jetzt bestimmt noch andere Dinge. 200, wo? Okay. Weil eine andere Person halt einfach keinen Bock hat. Bin Opferschwert drauf, wunderbar. Sehr gut. Super, super gute Waffe für ihn. Am besten auch hochraffiniert. Wobei das kein Muss ist. Aber ein schöner Bonus. Oh, haben jetzt übrigens 10 drin. Übrigens ist Xingqiu auch recht gut mit Sino. Ja. Na. Jo. Weiß ich was, ergibt Sinn, weil, ja, hast vermutlich auch nichts unbedingt Besseres. Lass mich kurz überlegen. Was wird eigentlich so auf ihm gespielt? Was gibt's denn überhaupt? Hä, warum ist die... Erhöht den mit Standardangriff verursachten Schaden um 30% und das erst auf Verfolgungsgrad 2, das wird ja voll hoch. Warum hört sich das gut an, obwohl es eine Streichsternwaffe ist? Was soll der Scheiß? Okay, ja. Moment. Da fehlen auch so viele und trotzdem... Ja, oh, warum nicht? Gut, gut, gut. Ja gut, das fehlt noch, das kommt noch. Ich verstehe. Naja. Ist es das? Und trotzdem schon 300. Wo kommt es? Kriegt der Elementarkunde für... Ah, hier, okay, okay, okay. Ich habe mich schon gewundert, wo die Elementarkunde herkommt. Warum? Okay. Und hier wichtig gucken. Oh. Ah, oh, aber Aufladerate hoch. Sehr gut. Hier fehlen noch die dreimal Elementarkunde-Sachen. Ah, es kommt bestimmt auch noch. Ich glaube an dich. Albedo und Sino teilen sich ein Artefakt. Albedo und Sino? Hä? Okay. Warum, warum die beiden? Oh. Oh Gott, da, ich muss kurz lesen. TikToks Zusammenbild, oh. Allgemeine Person. Oh je. Sowas, also. Aber ich kenne die nicht, darum urteile ich jetzt mal nicht darüber. Aber das Artefakt mega auf Beinen ist, meiner Meinung nach. Warte. Welches ist es denn? Fuck. Du. Also auf wem ist es denn momentan? Ist er hier? Okay, Verteidigung. Gritscher. Welches von denen? Das Einzige, was übrig bleibt, ist das da hier. Weil halt Crit-Schaden. Da ist ein LP. Wie traurig, Mann. Die Ohrringe? Ah. Okay. Gib dir am besten Sino. Albedo kann da nicht super viel mit anfangen. Weil ihm bringt HP nichts. Ihm bringt Elementarkunde nichts. Das ist nur wegen dem Crit-Schaden. Du kannst ihm irgendein anderes mit Crit-Schaden geben. Dann passt es. Weil er kriegt ja durch die Waffe 28 Crit. Also du kannst ihm irgendein anderes mit Crit-Schaden geben und er wird vermutlich mehr Schaden damit machen. Aber für Sino ist es ganz gut, weil der Elementarkunde drauf ist. Du. In die Waschküche. Funktioniert dann. Dann ist eher 3,5 Stunden. Wieder Wolke. Hier nicht irgendwo. Oh. Nee, wie treffe ich beide? Kann ich beide treffen? Nope. Vielleicht von der Seite? Ja. Da ist ein Gegner raus. Wo bin ich? Möchte natürlich alles schön auf meiner Karte markieren. Wir sind hier 100% Vervollständiger. So gehört sich das. Ich bin... Oh Gott, wo bin ich denn? Ach, da bin ich. Okay, dann waren das meine Dailies. Vielleicht. Nee. Irgendwo. Da ist noch eine. Du. Ah ja, ich war noch nicht fertig. Haha. So, hat der Nix jetzt eigentlich eine Freundesanfrage geschickt? Noch nicht, okay. Ich nehme sie dann halt an, sobald sie geschickt wurde. Und nicht vergessen, wir wollen eine andere Truppe spielen. Für Fontaine. Ja. Lol. Aber das waren immer noch nicht alle Dailies. Welche fehlt mir denn? Und wo? Opala. Hier. Oh, Ja, Mann. Katsching. Der Name ist sehr schön. Für Genshin. Sie hat das Geräusch, das Geld macht. In einem Gacha-Game. Als Namen. Katsching. Geld machen. Katsching. Los, pull doch. Katsching. Geh du. Ich wollte hüpfen. Dann wieder hoch rein. Eigentlich wollte ich den für ein Achievement besiegen, aber ich habe vergessen. Ich glaube, ich habe den schon im Abyss besiegt. Oh, aber. Oh, schau mal einer an. Das ist jetzt doof, da kann ich nicht stehen. Zack, bum, bum, bam, ba, ba, ba. Hey! Don't blink! Opala. Wo sind wir denn? Hier sind wir. Den habe ich eingesammelt. Eine geschickt? Okay. Sehr schön. Daenerys. Bam. Wahrscheinlich. Kann ich mitzocken? PS4. Bam. Oh, da ist ja wohl jemand faul, ne? Was sehe ich denn da? Was sehe ich denn da? Oh, Reiten. Oh, aber keine EM-Reiten, sondern... Oh, mit Pfaff. Interessant, interessant. Warte, bevor ich jetzt rumschaue, darf ich schauen? Der nix, hast du was dagegen, wenn ich deine Charaktere anschaue? Ich meine, dafür sind sie da drin, darum gehe ich mal davon aus, dass es okay ist, aber ich weiß es nicht. Ich wünsche, ich bekomme sie auch am ersten Tenari. Hat Priorität, das ist ein bisschen schwer zu sagen mit Priorität. Weil Standardbanner, da hat man ja nicht wirklich die Auswahl. Ich hoffe natürlich, dass du Tainari bekommst. Big T. Big T. Hey, was dreht er sich denn so doof? Ja, okay, wunderbar. Dann schauen wir gleich mal. Aber erstmal, was ist das hier? Was ist das für eine Daily? Die mache ich kurz so. Dann nehme ich den ganzen Banner auseinander. Okay, okay, finde ich gut. Bin ich dafür. Kannst du machen. Der Standardbanner hat mir immer noch kein Goro gegeben, also kann er gerne auseinandergenommen werden. Ey, oh ja. Wo ist denn? Irgendwo da oben ist der Wegpunkt. Stolz sind die einzelnen zwei Goro-Helfer. Will auch. Beziehungsweise C6 wäre voll nice. Denn, soweit ich weiß. Was ist er denn? Ist ein C6. Ja, erhöht einfach Crit-Schaden. Den Crit-Schaden, das Geoschaden. Alle drum in der Nähe. 40% mehr Crit-Schaden des Geoschadens, interessant. Ich dachte, das tut einfach nur so Crit-Schaden hoch, aber das ist der Crit-Schaden des Geoschadens. Was halt eh nur der Hauptschaden ist von Noel oder Ito oder so, die machen ja eh nur Geoschaden, also das ist vermutlich kein großer Unterschied. Oh lol, oh lol. Ich hab es da rein. Mit, okay. Fliegedingern. Dann schauen wir uns Charaktere an von Denix. Man, hier haben wir geschaut. Haben wir gesehen, haben wir gesehen. Sternbilder? No. Schauen wir mal. Zhongli. Was für einer. Ganz normal. Denix ist kein Power Gamer. Oh, und ein bisschen faul mit Waffen. Ich sehe schon. Ah, nee, die ist verbessert, die nicht. Die ist nicht verbessert. Oh, der Artefakte auch nicht so ganz verbessert. Oh, der ist auch. Eieiei. Oh, 700 EM, nice. Trotzdem gute Werte. Okay. Oh, lol. Du hast ihre Waffe geholt. Nice. Hätte ich auch gerne. Und sie ist auch richtig gebildet. Ich verstehe, ich verstehe. Das waren nur die zwei ersten, wo Sachen gefehlt haben. Aber Talente ein bisschen faul. Und ich sehe gerade auch, ich würde dir empfehlen, also wenn du einen Tipp haben willst oder Tipps haben willst, Du bei so Charakteren wie zum Beispiel Nahida, da brauchst du den Standardangriff gar nicht hoch machen. Oder wie bei Zhongli, da brauchst du auch nicht, außer du tust ihn halt als Physical Damage Healer oder sowas, aber das machst du ja nicht. Ist hier. Ja, genau, hier bei Kokumi, da lohnt sich halt auch nicht. Es lohnt sich nur bei so Charakteren, die halt auch den Standardangriff wirklich für Damage benutzen. Osmanthus Wine is the same as I remember. Genau. Heilungsbonus, ja. Viel HP. Oh lol, Himmelsatlas. Das Traurige an der Sache ist, dass vermutlich die 3-Stern-Waffe besser ist für sie. Die eine, die Dingens erhöht. Oh, hier sind die Talente krass erhöht. Nice, nice, nice. Das ist dann der. Oh. Ein bisschen knapp. Ein bisschen knapp bemessen. Was haben wir denn? Aminoma. Ah, ich verstehe, ich verstehe. Und eine Chichi. Die will ich auch irgendwann leveln. Einfach wegen dem Meme. Oh, Aufladerad gibt Sinn. Gibt auch Sinn. Ein Ari. Okay, okay, okay. Hm. Noch nicht ganz so ausgebaut viele, aber hey, Ayato. Ist aber eigentlich mit Stufe 55 sind es ganz schön viele Charaktere. 5 Stars. Ich muss mal kurz schauen. Hier, schwer aber gut. Das war mein nur Waffen-Banner-Account. Da bin ich schon Stufe 51, sehe ich schon. Und da hatte ich halt. Was hatte ich da? Ich hatte 3 5-Stern-Waffen, oder? Also schon solide dabei, ja. Hihihi. Also, falls du mal irgendwelche Tipps willst oder so, Charakterbuilding, was weiß ich. Ich helfe gerne. Ich glaube, ich brauche Wasser. Nehmen wir hier. Hinzu. Oh nee. Ah. Die macht er damit. Dann kann ich gleich wieder zurückwechseln. Und nicht vergessen, markieren das da. Ey. Geräusche. So, wo bist du in die Richtung? Ja. Ah, da. Geh du. Jetzt brauche ich doch Hydro, Gottverdammt. Gezeiten für 2. Bang! Warte, Busch. Warte mit! Und komme ich da hoch? Mit Kaching ganz einfach. Sonst könnte man auch am Baum einfach hochklettern. Zack. So. Auf der Karte markieren. So, Daily ist gemacht. Abholen, dann können wir Hauptquest weitermachen. Oder mal allgemein schauen. Muss nicht immer die Hauptquest sein, aber das wäre mir am liebsten.
Thank you for Add Astra.
So. Und falls jemand von euch für irgendwelche Domains oder so Hilfe braucht, kann ich auch jetzt gerne helfen.
This realm.
This realm. Oh, was will ich denn eigentlich? Artefakt XP, oder? Sobald Purina rauskommt, will ich schön schon mal Zeug für Artefakte haben. Können wir kurz das letzte Eventing machen? Das nächste Main Event müsste mir nicht mehr so lange her sein, oder? Nie hin sein. Muss mal kurz mein Fenster verschieben. So. Nicht was Samstag da schon Passwort vergessen habe. Oh. Du musst doch irgendwie das Passwort herausfinden können. Kannst du. Also irgendwo müsste doch. Irgendwie müsste es sicherlich möglich sein. Würde mich wundern, wenn nicht. So, Passwort zurücksetzen und sowas, weißt du? Du. Oft versucht. Hm. So. Ultimativer Test. Wo will ich den hier einsetzen? Vielleicht da? Vermutlich. Testen wir mal, ob das so richtig ist. Fuck. Bang. Yeah. Hab ich auch schon probiert, aber das Spiel crasht danach irgendwie. Oh lol. Yep. Das ist komisch. Nein! Dass sie so langsam sind! So geht das. Wobei, den da zu benutzen ist eigentlich nutzen. Oh, kann ich direkt. Machen wir gleich so. Nice. So.
Todoko defeated lots of bad spiky fish warriors. Even the spiky fish Fish King was no match.
Ja.
Dodeco, Jumpy Dumpty, and Clean
Jumpy
Smash
Dumpy.
are the best.
Wir sind unschlagbar.
This game reminds Paimon of the incident happening in Cider Lake. Did Lisa base its theme on that? But come to think of it, why go to the trouble of finding the invading species when they could just ask Clea to blow up every suspicious fish?
Ja, ja. Aber mit
Give
Bomben.
us some bombs and let us handle this.
Ah. Nein, keine Bomben für Paimon.
Well, well. From the looks on your faces, it seems like you're having fun.
It's Lisa! You're here! We loved playing Dodeco's Bombastic Adventure. What a fun game you designed!
Thanks for playing. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Perhaps I should come up with some new updates?
Ooh, yay! Clea wants to see Dodeco going on adventures in all kinds of places. No, wait. You must have spent a long time working on the game. It must be exhausting. We
Lol.
shouldn't make Lisa work too hard.
Ja, ja, am Entwickler.
Aw, thank you for being so considerate. But if it helps keep you happy while you stay inside the city, I'll be more than happy to spend as much time as needed.
Wuff.
Of course, I understand that you prefer going on your own adventures whenever you like. The game is just meant to be a new way to pass the time. Anyway, I have some great news. And I've also brought a gift for you cuties.
Oh,
A gift?
schön, ja.
I have a gift for Miss Unter.
3 more gems. 3 more gems.
We'll get to the gifts in a moment. Let me tell you the news first.
Darf Lee wieder außerhalb vom Mondstadt spielen?
That's right.
Oh.
2 knights from the investigation team found the invasive species nest and swiftly disposed of it.
Entschuldige, meine Manieren. Ich wollte natürlich Wuff Wuff sagen. Ganz.
The knights have also
Ganz
determined
brav.
the cause of their invasion. The species were accidentally introduced to the lake by a merchant without any malicious intent, so the knights let her go after some lecturing and issuing a fine.
Luckily, they didn't cause too much trouble. But even Paimon thinks that merchant was way too careless.
Die Weinindustrie von Mondstadt ist gerettet. Die einzige Art, wie die Geld machen können.
Gifts yet? Can Clea go first?
Of course. Clee's been returning home on time every day without being reminded by anyone. So, I've been wondering what you're up to lately.
When I was home at night, I looked through Albedo's crafting book and learned to make this. Da-da-da!
Da-da-da. Okay.
Whoa! It's Dodeco throwing
Bim
his
bam.
Yep, I made a figure that looks like the Dodeco from Dodeco's Bombastic Adventure, even though I can't make it throw real bombs.
No.
I hope it'll remind you of the fun we had together and blast away your troubles and boredom. A big Dodeco!
Ja, lass uns trotzdem Bomben werfen.
With this,
Moment.
it'll feel like we're adventuring with Clea and Dodeco wherever we go.
Yay, Glee und Dodoko werden uns immer auf unsere Abenteuer begleiten. Wobei, Glee nicht, weil wir sie nicht haben. Aber egal.
Like, what's your gift, Lisa? I
3 more gems. 3 more gems. 3 more gems.
Well, I'm afraid my gift is a lot less creative than
3 more
yours.
gems. 3 more
It's a
gems. 3 more
storybook
gems.
about Dodeco's
Oh.
bombastic adventures.
Keine 3 more gems.
An adventure store! Whoa! A whole storybook!
Yay.
The little cuties return to Mondstadt and join Clea on an adventure with Dodeco.
Ganz normale. Wenn du mal Kinder hast, dann auch einfach Pfui aus, Sitz, Platz.
Together, they defeated the bad spiky fish warriors and then enjoyed an afternoon tea. A most fitting way to end Dodeco's bombastic adventure.
Oder beim.
Out the whole story while
Wie heißt
designing the
das?
game?
Fuck.
No. As the protagonists of the story, you, little cutie, and Clea all
Egal.
played an important part in bringing
Wörter
the
sind
story
schwer.
to life. I've left a blank spot in the book specially for illustrations. But I just thought of an even better idea. Since we're all here on this special occasion,
Foto.
We got to see our friends and play games
Ach,
together.
wie ein Gruppenfoto.
Definitely worth- Come on then, Miss
Alter, oh mein Gott, er ist gestorben. Habt ihr es gesehen?
Ready, Lisa?
Er wurde einfach Thanos snappt.
We had so much fun today. 3, 2, 1.
Dodoko. 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 Dodoko ist ein doofes Wort für ein Foto. Dann hat man doch so einen O-Mund. Dodoko. Oh, wieso? Ja. Er ist halt einfach verschwunden. Hat sich einfach in Luft aufgelöst. Was soll man machen? Wir haben einen Dodoko. Wo ist der Dodoko? Ich meine, hier ist Lesen. Oh, lol. Und wo ist Dodoko? Dodoko. Dodoko. Wo ist die Puppe? Ist jetzt hier als, nee, nur das. Haben wir die nicht bekommen? Ich dachte, die haben wir auch bekommen. Na egal. Doch? Spezial Bim Bam Dodoko. Wo? Was ist der Spezial Bim Bam Dodoko? Ist das was zum hier drin? Vielleicht für das hinlegen. Ah, hier. Ich verstehe, eine Deko. Weil dies ist neu. Ich mag nicht, wenn da neu steht. Ich mag nicht, wenn da neu steht. Schnell! Schnell! Drücken! Na, ist egal. Bam, Event fertig. Mini-Event, ganz nett. Schönes Spiel. Bang. Gerne nochmal. Eine Kanne, ja. Bang! Stufe 20. Oh, es ist Zeit für ein 5-Star. Oh mein Gott, wir haben vermutlich nicht mehr annähernd. Bitte. Ey, 26. 26. 5-Star, 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 5-Star. Oh, nevermind. Das hässlichste überhaupt. Ja, sicher? Moment. Bei mir sieht es auch nicht gerade toll aus. Moment, das muss ich zeigen, wie es bei mir aussieht. Meinetwegen, kurz was hingeklatscht. Oh, hier sieht's gar nicht mal so. Ich war einfach nur hingeklatscht. Alles hinklatschend. Aber hier sieht es nicht so schlimm aus, wie ich dachte. Okay, das war bei dem Waffenbanner-Account, wo alles so mega voll war. Ich dachte, das wäre hier, aber nee. Habe ich verwechselt. Hier habe ich die meisten Punkte durch was ganz anderes. Hier habe ich die meisten Punkte dadurch. Durch den schönen kleinen Raum. Okay, raus hier. Ich meine, das ist der typische Genshin-Raum. Wobei mittlerweile kann man die Items auch ineinander stellen. Früher ging es nicht, darum sind die so nacheinander. Muss mal hin. Ich würde gern wissen, was man für Purina einsammeln muss. Dann kann ich da schon mal anfangen, aber dort bisher zu faul nachzuschauen, um ehrlich zu sein. Sie geht nach unten, ich will nicht nach unten. Und will mich das da... Nee, genau. Moment. So. Surprise! Bang.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death!
Ich hab doch nichts gesagt, was ich nicht sagen soll, oder?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sijwin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Ist es so? Aber ich finde trotzdem, dass dieser Ort etwas Seltsames an sich hat. Die Klappe auf dem Boden und dann noch die Frage, die Sigwin Lovin gestellte. Haben Sie wirklich über Ihre Medikamente gesprochen, bevor wir die Klinik betraten? Boah, ich kann gerade nicht reden. Fuck. Ja, ich kann gerade nicht reden. Ich muss kurz was trinken. Mein Mund ist trocken. So. Und war der Streit zwischen Lovin und Jury echt oder haben sie nur eine Schau für uns abgezogen? Paimon, die Sache ist die.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Auf ein Blatt Papier. Oh oh. Okay. Aber wir können doch nicht schreiben. Ja. Richtig Französisch. Ich kann versuchen, aber ich kann kein Französisch. Ich kann auch keinen Dialekt, keinen Französischen. Hey, Lynette. Und endlich ist der neue Tag gekommen. Ich mache da immer irgendwie so ein bisschen russischen Dialekt mit drin, glaube ich. Ich weiß es nicht. Linny, du Schwerverbrecher! Ey, ey, ey! Ici, je m'appelle Linie du Dresson, ça va. Nee, keine Ahnung. Hattet ihr die letzten Tage irgendwelche Probleme?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Ja, nicht abgeneigt, zu helfen.
Perhaps that's true. You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties.
Ein Zaubermädchen-Moment.
You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling. So I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Ja, wir sind einfach zu gute Menschen.
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way.
Ich verstehe.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sijwin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch.
Linis
Lynette
Art.
knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Ein bisschen schwer einzuschätzen. eigentlich sehr deutliche Art, aber gleichzeitig weiß man nicht, ob er einen anlügt oder nicht. Stimmt, davon haben wir auch gehört.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Und er hat einen Siscon.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Du, 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 du.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sijwin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Ob sie wohl eine Spur gefunden hat und gegangen ist, um mir zu folgen?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Immer vergeben. Okay. Ja, gut.
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay.
Hier ist doch Lynette. Haha. Aber Busch. Busch.
Ah, this is it. We saw it before.
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Mhm.
The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere.
Okay.
Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Okay. Macht sich große Sorgen. Oh. Ich meine, er macht sich Sorgen um Lynette, also muss ja toll sein. Denn Lynette ist voll toll. Ja, Mann.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical
Ist nicht wichtig? Hey! Die ist wichtig.
Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter.
Lachen ist seine Bedeutung. Aha.
Sure are some interesting books.
Oh Gott.
New Sijwin would be interested in
Die
these kinds of
Noro-Simperei. Linny, schnell rette dich, bevor Noro kommt und dich mit sich nimmt. Amma, was geht?
things. She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Du, 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 du. Schau mal, aber ein Bett. Was wir da nur für Geheimnisse finden werden. Er kommt ja wohl freiwillig mit. Natürlich.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be
Hast du ihn denn?
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
Dieses Bett ist noch ungemacht.
Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or...
Dann war es wohl nicht so ganz freiwillig. Aber der kriegt bestimmt relativ früh einen neuen Riran, oder? Bestimmt.
A slip of paper.
Slip of paper.
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all?
Steht da irgendwas auf der Rückseite?
The back. This is...
Weil nimm sie ihn dir. Sehen wir mal.
Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
Hmm.
No. Could she have... Is she already...
Moment.
Writhsley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Oh.
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Wann wurde er erst bei unserem zweiten Versuch aktiv?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervilet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different story, though.
Haben wir dich nicht auch erwischt?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds.
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
Ich verstehe jetzt. Tue ich wirklich? Weil ich verstehe es noch nicht so ganz. Er hat Lynette und Fremine beide absichtlich verschwinden lassen.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even
Stimmt doch gar nicht. Fremine ist auch weg.
If Writhsley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Linny, beruhig dich.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Writhsley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Okay, Noro, ich weiß, warum du Lynette entführt hast. Wie wär's mit einem Handel? Du kannst Lene haben, aber du gibst Lynette zurück.
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
Es ist weißt du, es ist halt ein sehr grelles Marshmallow, also ein Marshmallow mit einer sehr grellen Stimme. Das ist sehr beruhigend, musst du wissen.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Oh.
Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. What a delightful turn of events. I like
Yo!
people, but I also like playing dumb. I
Yo!
like the feeling of being trusted. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic.
Ja!
Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful
Sie ist ein
skill.
Psychopath. Ich wusste es, ich wusste es.
Lenny, wait! It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Sieg wird es voll toll. Scheiß Psychopath, ich sag's dir.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Writhsley's office.
Unnötig? Na. Bester Charakter, sage ich dir.
Over here.
Dann magst du aber auch den Doc nicht. Dottore, ja? Einfach runterhüpfen. Begünderhode. Kann ich hier auch. Ne, geh mal hier. Oh. Moment. Gibt's bessere Flügel für sie? Ich glaube nicht, oder? Was sind die besser? Nee, ich glaube, ich habe die Standardflügel gelassen, weil der Rest nicht wirklich passt. Die hier könnten. Die passen halt auf einem. Ihr könnt ein bisschen, weil hier. Schauen wir mal so. Ganz anderes Level. Ach, Ausrede. Vielleicht ist sie ja Dottore.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
Okay.
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
Ist gar nicht so böse Fehler passieren. Ja, okay. Ja, okay. Ja, okay. Nein, der absolute größte Psychopath in dem Spiel dachte, er ist gar nicht so schlimm. Außerdem hasst Skara Dottore, ja? Also müsstest du Dottore auch hassen? Ja, ich dachte, du wärst ein Skara-Simp. Schachmatt.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands
Falschen
right now,
Eindruck.
but
Okay.
Fremine is not.
Natürlich.
He's
Du
not.
hast recht, Noro. Du hast vollkommen recht. Wie konnte
What
ich
do you
das nur
really
nicht sehen?
want?
Nee, ich bin hier.
Wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Wo sind Lynette und Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
Mit einem etwas. Ich bin der festen Überzeugung, du weißt noch nicht mal annähernd, wie krass Sigwin noch wird, ja. Oh ja. Sie wird der neue Archon. Sie ist in Wirklichkeit der Hydro-Archon, so sieht's aus.
No, We're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
Grizzly ist voll der krasse Dude, huh?
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Freminet is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever.
Grizzly, du Gangster.
You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Ja, ich wollte gerade sagen, hä, warum ist alle Chino in Anführungszeichen, aber er sagte Vater. Darum. Passt schon.
Linny!
Warum musst du das tun?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Freminet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5,
Wait,
2, 1. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Warte, lässt sich denn nicht nochmal darüber reden?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Auch ich will Freminet und Lilith retten.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Oh.
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Kaum zu glauben, dass er nach den Geheimregeln fragt. Ich erinnere mich, dass man am 3. Tag, wenn man durchgehend arbeitet, mittags seltsames Fleisch in seine Ration verwenden wird. Zum Glück haben wir diese Angelegenheit so sorgfältig untersucht. Schauen wir mal, welche Hinweise wir haben. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Das hat so gegen die Geheimringe. Okay. Oh. Okay, es gibt nur das hier als Auswahl. Ist klar. Wer wird es mit seinen eigenen Augen sehen, wenn du kontinuierlich arbeitest?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time?
Oh, Sijuin ist dann vermutlich die richtige
The
Antwort.
Fonta promoter has been struggling because
Nee.
we often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them.
Okay, dann wird sie sein. Unter welchen Umständen taucht das seltsame Fleisch auf? Wenn mal 3
The
Tage. Oh,
Fonta promoter has been struggling.
Ah,
According to Collins, the Pancratian tournament only took place because the research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for. The Fonta promoter has been struggling.
Moment. Wo steht es mit 3
The research
Tagen?
note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. According to Collins, the Pancratian.
Moment, schauen wir kurz hier rein. Warum sieht das seltsame Fleisch so aus? Wegen
I've
Sijuin.
been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just.
Hm.
The
Vermutlich ist da was
Fonta
falsch.
promoter has been
Ich glaube, hier
struggling
kommt
because he
nicht Dingens
doesn't
ran.
recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons.
Warum kann ich hier nicht? Warum steht hier
We
irgendwas
often
mit 3
see Miss
Tage?
Sijuin observing. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans.
Ja, schauen wir mal, was falsch ist. Die beiden, das dachte ich mir. Unter welchen Umständen taucht das seltsame Fleisch auf?
According to Collins, the Pancratian tournament only took place. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he does. I've been told that the infirmary is
Wenn
always.
sie nicht da ist, halt, dann vermutlich. Aber sie ist ja immer. Warum sieht das seltsame Fleisch so aus? Ja, ist
The
eine gute
Fonta
Frage.
promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of. Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. According to Collins, the Pancratian tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently.
Hä, warum? Okay. Warum ist das letzte da? Weil sie es anders sieht? Ja, egal.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have the hidden rule of the production zone? People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll
Oh mein
get
Gott.
strange meat in their
Ja, die ihre
welfare.
Brille und ihren Schnauzer wieder. Sie sieht auf einmal so viel schlauer aus. Ich weiß nicht, was passiert ist.
At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost.
Also sie ist ein Psychopath, aber gleichzeitig ist ja auch wichtig, dass es Leuten gut geht.
Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us.
Die ist doof? Nee. Schau mal. Sie sorgt dafür, dass es allen gut geht. Das kann doch nicht doof
The
sein.
recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Blutähnliche Flüssigkeit. Jetzt haben wir auch eine Menge Ermittlungen angestellt. Versuchen wir also mal anhand der von uns vorliegenden Hinweise die Wahrheit herauszufinden. Ja, was passiert? Dann kriegt man dieses Blutding. Wer hat das Paket mit einer seltsamen blutroten Flüssigkeit geschickt? Wer? Warum sieht das jetzt so aus?
The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons.
Ja.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored it. Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed...
Ein New Trial, genau. Das da hier. Warum erhalten nur diejenigen das Paket, die gleichzeitig verlosen kann, für beide gekauft haben?
The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fanta.
Oh, hier, ich habe zwei Sachen,
According
die
to
hier rein
Collins, the
könnten.
Pancration tournament only took place because the
Machen wir mal das da hier hin. Und wer hat das Paket mit Flüssigkeit geschickt? Ja, das da hier dann. Oh, vielleicht ist es falsch rum. Oh, ja, die beiden sind falsch rum.
The Fanta promoter has...
Anders. Hey,
According to Collins, the...
bam.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale, to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Oh. Oh mein Gott, hierzu haben wir bislang noch nicht genügend Hinweise.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind. You'll pay for this!
Da, oh, da, oh, er wurde abgeschossen. Von der Seite.
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sijuin. That was a
Ja,
fantastic shot.
wusste ich's doch. Deswegen bist du gegen sie.
It
Ah.
was nothing, Your Grace. Sijuin?
Aber sie hat... Vielleicht wird sie nicht nur Heilerin, sondern auch Gegner-Debufferin. Das wäre cool.
Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional. As a...
Sijuin... You...
Du steckst auch mit drin?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervillette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here, I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
Du kennst Neuvillette auch. Warum lernst du nicht von seiner Tugend?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Neuvillette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some
Mal
sense
ganz
into
kurz.
you.
Ganz kurz. Jetzt bin ich hier hinten. So, ich hab mal kurz die Türe zugemacht. Easy.
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. But let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Warum Woodface?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
Risley, ja. Sind dir die Namen zu crazy?
You. What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Eine vertraute Gestalt.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarend. My door.
Fremine. Fremine.
Hey, noch nicht tot
What's
vielleicht.
going on? What is Clarand doing here?
Yo.
Work.
Okay. Danke für das Gespräch.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
Diese
like
Symptome.
this?
Symptome? Handelt es sich etwa um was? Was für Symptome? Keine Schleife wie Hutfrau. Ich hab halt keine.
Accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Oh. RIP. Schön, euch gekannt zu haben. RIP. Tschüss.
What did you say?
Please, make some space.
Wobei wir wissen nicht, ob er von
Mr.
Fontaine
Fremine more
kommt.
thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clarand while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Lynne runzelt angewidert die Stirn, als wolle er nicht, dass Sigewinne Fremini anfasst, aber er tritt auch nicht vor, um einzuschreiten. Fremini muss anscheinend ernsthaft untersucht werden. Sigewinne unterzieht Fremini einer eingehenden Untersuchung. Ihre Mimik wirkt nicht allzu ernst. Scheinbar hat sie gute Nachrichten. Hoffentlich wird Fremini wieder.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could...
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Hey, Lynette.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Lynnes angespannte Miene entspannt sich leicht. Offensichtlich schenkt er Sigewinne Worten Glauben. Sigewinnes Worten Glauben. Boah, was ein Name. Ey, aber sie ist voll krass, wenn sie halt einfach mal die nett richtig weggeballert hat. Und Linny. Zack, zack.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Siegewien may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Nein.
Might as well then, I suppose.
Oh.
Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure?
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
You know.
Lenny!
Yo.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're... Remine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Oh Gott. Er kotzt gleich alles raus.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Logo.
The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the...
Chlorinde hat Feminin gerettet, und zwar aus dem Meer. Was dort wohl vorgefallen ist? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Du, 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 du. Jetzt. Oh. Oben. Von hier, okay. Dann geht's weiter. Frag mich, wie lang die Hauptstory noch geht. Kam nicht vor kurzem ein... Es kam noch ein Update, oder? Ich bin gerade unsicher. War nicht? Wann war das letzte Update? Habe ich nicht was runtergeladen oder war das Honkai? Wie lang noch bis zur nächsten? Oh, okay, okay. 6 Tage. Frag mich, ob dann direkt die Aachen-Quest weitergeht. Ich habe übrigens mittlerweile eine Waffe fertig gefischt. Jeder hier. Ich brauche trotzdem noch Zeug, um sie komplett zu verfeinern. Die Stange hier. Wenn ich es richtig mitbekommen habe, wird die ganz gut für Furina. Oder eine gute Free-to-Play-Option für Furina. Sehe ich dann. Oder so. Ist easy zu bekommen. Einfach fischen. Also ja.
It's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
Was ist passiert, nachdem du das Rohr gegangen bist?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Mhm. Und dann war da so ein großer Haufen, ich sag's euch. Da wollt ihr nicht rein.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Primini. Oh, jetzt kann ich herausfinden. Okay. Langsam du, der hat wohl eine Claymore. Okay, okay. Königliches Großschwert. Ach, die Waffen. Diese königlichen Waffen sind so Trash, Garbage. C3 meinetwegen. Talente. Okay, gut hoch. Oh. Kann man mehrfach einsetzen? Es ist so ein bisschen wie die Luke. Warte mal, Sternbild. Nee, das ist... Auto-Attacks hier. Je nach Stufendruck der Perso einen anderen Angriff aus. Okay, wie kann man die hoch machen? Wird auf jeden Fall stärker, löst bei einem Schadengriff von gleichzeitig Frost aus und verursacht Schaden. Erhöht wird. Gott. So viel Text. Ah! Okay, spielen wir einfach mal. Okay, eine typische Wirbelschnubbel. Meinetwegen.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with.
Haben wir eine Karte? Nee, nicht
Could
wirklich.
he have done it?
Okay, das sind immer so zwei. Und er soll der Physical Damage sein, richtig? Oh, die haben ihn gar keinen. Ey, wie fies. Die haben einfach gar keinen Dingens gegeben. Du. Ja, hier. Kann ich sie auch direkt drehen? Ah, ne, okay. Gehen wir runter und wieder hoch. Dann drehen wir sie eben da hinten.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Okay. Als ob. Ups. Hä? Ich kann das hier nicht aktivieren? Ich dachte, das kann ich aktivieren. Das ist jetzt doof, hä? Was ist denn? Na gut, dann schauen wir mal, was jetzt passiert. Wohl nicht. Okay, gut. Ich verstehe, was ich machen muss. Wieder runter, dann drehen und dann wieder hoch. Ey. Das war schon fast ein Rätsel. Du, 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 du. Mhm. Gibt's auch noch Gegner? Ich will ihn testen. Ich will seinen Burst noch sehen.
Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Hm. Scheinen wohl keine Gegner zu sein. Schade. Ich hätte gern seinen Burst gesehen. Hat er nicht sogar was für Unterwasserzeug? Wasserausdauer. Weniger Wasserausdauer verbrauchen. Nice. Hier die Unterwasser-Zensur. So dumm.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Okay. Was wird nun geschehen?
I can't die here. This. I have to push on.
Und dann hat Glorin den gerettet. Richtig crazy. Links, rechts, Schelle. Hat sie verpasst.
In other words, the
Bestimmt.
trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master
Um ihn
Child
aus dem
could
Wasser
have
zu
gone.
schlagen.
But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak, Fremine. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Okay, mach ich.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bam, bam. Schön Achievements ansammeln. Zack. Muss mal hier ein bisschen mehr Achievements sammeln, hä? Ich glaube, es gibt mittlerweile so um die 1000. Ich bin bei 800 oder irgendwas.
Excuse me.
I take it Mr. Fremenay's condition has stabilized?
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegewien?
I wanted to check up on Miss Cloran. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
I think.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Das ist immer noch der beste Gesichtsausdruck von allen.
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Bitte stell so viel klar, wie du möchtest.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Warum hast du sie nicht aufgehalten?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance. I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went, so I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you?
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremenay has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Deswegen ist sie da.
As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving Fremenay was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
Die verbundene Zone existiert also wirklich. Was befindet sich in ihr?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts. All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Ja,
Follow me.
natürlich. Oh mein Gott. Er versteckt da seine Yu-Gi-Oh! Sammlung. Nein. Wenn er diese Sammlung nicht retten kann, dann ist sein ganzes Ersparnis weg.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Ey, weiter nach
Stand
unten.
on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Wow. Ja, ab nach unten.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
Das ist...
What a huge door!
Oh. Oh, ein großes Tor ganz weit unten.
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone. Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Oh, ist da Urinas Dingens drin? Und darum ist der Graf verschwunden? Meine Theorie.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one.
Was ist das in der Mitte des Raums?
Go on, have a look.
Der Raum ist ziemlich leer, was an sich schon ziemlich seltsam ist. In der Mitte des Raumes befindet sich ein Apparat, der wie eine riesige Schleuse aussieht.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
Den Wasserdruck?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is
Under the
precisely the
sea.
problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Das Wasser des Urmeers tritt kontinuierlich ins Meer.
Yes, that's very likely.
Jo. Ich freue mich schon auf den
Not even Novelet knows where the primordial
den
sea
Boss,
could
der
be,
dann,
much less where
den
we can find the
Fontaine-Boss,
Portal
den Weltboss, der dann dazu kommt.
Oh.
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate.
Ich
For
hoffe,
some
der Kampf
reason,
wird cool und
the
nicht einfach nur
primordial
unter Wasser
seawater
komplett.
levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
Wenn das Urmeer wirklich durchsickert, wenn diese Schleuse geöffnet wird, ist Fontaine dem Untergang geweiht.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring. It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves. But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
Hältst du die Prophezeiung für bare Mora?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
Was gedenkst du als Herr des Forts Meripede zu unternehmen?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something. This is it.
Oh.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Ah.
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
Ooh.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Edwin?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high.
Ooh.
Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Ah, what a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
War das wirklich nötig?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
I'd officially be better than Edwin. Ich mag nicht, wie er redet, Mann.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Das ist nur ein ganz normaler Raum.
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Wow. Was ist das?
What a huge
Hey.
ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by
Das ist, glaube ich, diese eine andere Questreihe.
and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria, and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Das ist ein großartiges Projekt. Warum musst du es so heimlich durchführen?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions?
Ui, was ist das grüne Zeug?
Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Okay.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, It's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those three as well.
Er meint damit, dass meine Entscheidung darüber entscheiden wird, was Lini und die anderen als nächstes tun. Anders gesagt, wenn ich Lini die weitererzählen möchte, muss ich ihm klar machen, dass wir es uns im Moment nicht leisten können, zu viele Konflikte zu schaffen.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Ja, werden wir.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
Okay, bang. Auftrag abgeschlossen. Geht auch schon direkt weiter. Werde ich jetzt aber nicht machen. Werde noch ein bisschen Rest ausgeben. Und was wollte ich? Genau, ich wollte schauen, ob ich möglicherweise die Sachen gerade farmen kann. Morgen. Na gut. Dann behalte ich mein Resten und ich hoffe, ich erinnere mich daran. Ich schreib's mir auf. Gute Idee. Ich schreib's mir auf. Ich schreib's mir auf. Fischwaffe, Genshin, Verbesserungszeug. Ja, crazy, crazy, crazy. Muss ja auch allgemein mal reinschauen. Ist hier noch irgendwie... Hier wollte ich auch irgendwann mal verbessern. Nicht mal weiß, ob ich die überhaupt für jemanden benutzen werde. Ich könnte sie auf Shongli hauen, wenn ich mal kein Favonius brauche. Okay. Dann gehen wir mal. Ja. Einfach hier hin. Dann war's es eigentlich. Essen kann ich nicht ausgeben. Brauche ich morgen. Für die Fischewaffe. Mal schauen, ob ich morgen noch mal streame oder nicht. Sehen wir dann. Sehen wir dann. Abhängig davon, wie meine. So ein paar andere Sachen so zeitlich gerade so laufen. Ich habe noch andere Sachen zu tun und so. Hoho. Wichtige Dinge fürs Studium. Aber abhängig davon, wie viel Zeit es frisst, sehen wir dann, ob ich dann noch streamen kann oder nicht. Hihi. Oder ob ich dann überhaupt noch Lust habe zu streamen. Oho. An dem Tag. Gut. Aber ich würde jetzt beenden. Wenn ich nicht irgendwas vergessen habe. Ich glaube, ich habe alles. Ja, gut. Ja. Okay. Gut. Also. Wir dann beenden. Und sagen, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Ciao.